since the day you approached me. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like to fuck, that's nothing else. You know, I'm falling in love, that's for someone else.
What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to reaction to Sloan. Wendy Williams supposedly exposed all of Diddy's secrets. I don't know what she could expose because she's been in hiding. I don't know where this woman has been. Supposedly she went to rehab, but I think that was a while ago. I'm not really sure what's going on, so we're just going to go get into it.
Radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such.
And she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. You know, my thing about when you date a mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, pay people off the front desk. I'm already paranoid.
But y'all have bad blood for a while.
Real bad.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood.
Diddy is
And I
going
look crazy because I need to get my hair done, so, like, shut up.
to jail for the disgusting crimes he has been charged with. What's sad is
He's
that
going
the
to jail.
entire time that he's been hurting these women, Wendy Williams has been trying to expose his problematic behavior. So let's get into it.
But you know, when you talk so much shit about a mofo or people start to, you know,
Recently,
not trust
she was working in New York radio, so she was playing a lot of the music, commentating on a lot of the music, and they had an interesting, you know, relationship, kind of like frenemies. Especially in 1998, when she spread rumors that Diddy may be gay, which we've heard plenty of times.
One thing I'll say about this whole Diddy thing, I have heard nobody deny it. I have had, you know, when it's like big profile mofos getting accused of something and people like, that can't be true. Not my favorite, blah, 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 blah. That can't be true. I have heard no one say, that can't be true. I've heard mofos, actually, it seems like no one is actually even surprised. To be honest, I wasn't really that surprised. Which is sad, but I'm just saying, very interesting to me.
And once that news got to him, he actually pulled some strings and got her fired from her job. She claims she received a photo of a man allegedly pulling Diddy's shorts down while he was on vacation in Cancun. Wendy actually was fired from her job before.
Because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
And he still does, which is why so many people are scared of him and scared to tell their stories.
Kirk Burroughs, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture?
We were in Cancun. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay, something like that. She was gonna put it out. Wendy had shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was going to boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. He was fired.
Now, in 2013, Wendy did briefly speak about this situation. She said that there is a lot of homophobia in hip-hop. So when you bring up, like, someone potentially being gay, then that's a bigger deal, I guess, in hip-hop. But she said there was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now everyone can kind of share their opinion.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
Honestly, kudos to Wendy. I hope she's doing well because she has always stayed true to her, you know, her take. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but she's not going to back down and change things. And she stood up for herself against Diddy.
And yes, it's very effeminized, but be very clear. There were lots of homosexuals in hip hop back in the 80s too. You know, that was, you know, what's worse, you know, hip hop wearing skirts or hip hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, you know, and denial of something that you shouldn't.
Off the air one day, then them total bitches, I guess that's the group name, were downstairs and everybody
Total?
upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. Wendy said her boyfriend at the time prevented anything further from happening.
I remember I got off the air one day and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door
How he
like,
know?
what? And
Was
I'm
he on there?
literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van that they were coming. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my coworkers that shot standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody, everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother.
And I'm glad she doesn't forget, and she continues to hound him, because in 2015, there was a moment on her show where she kind of, shares that she believes that Diddy is controlling, especially after Cassie has filed this lawsuit. Looking at this clip in hindsight, it's wild because Wendy knew.
So Cassie's in South Africa filming Honey 3, and she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. And my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're going to pop up on the scene. Like, he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying. Okay.
Y'all laughing and mofos
Give me the
dead
key and let
ass.
me up in her room. Like, I'm already paranoid.
I think there's something to this clip, a little bit deeper, because she's saying, yeah, because he's rich, he could do this, he could do that, he could pay off the people and go into their hotel room. But there's a lot of rich people out there, and they don't behave this way. This is something specific to Diddy's behavior. This person commented the way that Wendy was literally trying to tell us. And it is straight up facts, especially when we see that Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. They ended up settling, but damn, those allegations.
I'm pretty sure, all of them mofos knew. They all knew what was going on. Just like I think a lot of people know the other shit that was going on. R. Kelly, weird ass, and all that shit. They knew. They just didn't want to, either they were scared the motherfuckers was going to ruin their career or something. I don't know.
Full circle moment. And it actually seems like Diddy was down to make up.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture, hip-hop culture, and also hip-hop celebrities shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
It's weird. I don't know if it's the music doing it, but something's not
kind
right.
Of a moment for Wendy, because she went from kind of being fired by this man to now having him on her
Seems
show.
fake.
But I don't think it discredits kind of the weird power dynamic, here. I think there is still an imbalance even with Wendy. And
do you owe more than
her? I mean, it's just like when a record comes on, the way she moves.
Yeah.
Like when I look at her, the way she smiles. The way I see her look at me sometimes when I wake up and she's already awake,
a lot of people had some interesting thoughts about this interview because of the allegations Cassie has raised. One person wrote, "This did not age well." Another person wrote, "This interview hit different in 2023." And then finally, this person wrote, "Who's watching this in 2023 catching the Easter eggs?" When Diddy and Cassie eventually broke up, Wendy addressed the breakup on air in 2018, saying that Cassie wasted her time with a man that was 17 years older than her. Diddy tried to reach out to Cassie through social media to
I'm not laughing at her wasting her time. I'm just saying Wendy Williams just
get back together, but Wendy said, "I suggest you don't use social media to reach out." Wendy said, "I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession," saying that Diddy treated Cassie like a possession. "If you really care, you reach out privately, not publicly."
Puffy wants Cassie back. Oh, it's been all over social media. Puffy posted a picture of Michael Jackson's song, Lady in My Life.
Oh, don't do Michael Jackson. Don't bring Michael into your shit, sir. Diddy. Don't do that.
If anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. I suggest don't use social media, though, to reach out. I think this was a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession, like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately, not publicly.
Love her or hate her, she seems to be right about almost everything. In 2017, Wendy went on to The Sway in the morning to talk about her history with Diddy. And here's what she had to say about what Diddy had put her through throughout her career.
But y'all had bad blood for a while.
Real bad.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood. You almost wanted to run you out of New York at one point, right? Well, not run, like push you out of New York at one point. He had you ran out. You give him full credit for that? Okay, cool. He had you ran out of New York.
Wendy Williams is a tough cookie. Imagine having her run out of New York. But Wendy's publicist said that...
That's why I said I think it's fake. I feel like that whole thing was to I don't know. I feel like mofos that do narcissistic, evil ass shit are very intelligent. I feel like a lot of shit is to cover their ass. And so him going on the show, acting like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, and all that shit could have been fake, but it just covered his ass and was like, oh, they reunited and everything's great and blah, blah, blah. I didn't believe
Her
that
talk
shit,
show host did not have
personally.
any comment on the recent allegations against Diddy. He has multiple lawsuits filed against him, and you guys know we will be following that very closely. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Here's my email if you have any other...
I think he's fucking weird. I believe her. And I feel like I don't really like her that much, to be completely honest, but I don't feel like you have to like somebody to believe what they say. You feel me? And I feel like he just is odd. He's just weird. He's just weird. Like I said, no one has come out and been like, hell no, he ain't do this. Other than maybe his children, which I don't think they've even spoke about it. But everybody has been real quiet and acting scared about it. People that are usually outspoken have been scared about it. The only person I know that actually spoke out about it is Wendy Williams, it seems, and 50 Cent. That is it. Everybody else, and the mofos that are suing him. You feel me? But I don't know. I believe everything. I think he is a weird guy. I feel like I don't even think power changes you. I don't think money changes you. I think it exposes a different part of you, because I feel like good people are good people, bad people are bad people. I feel like you can be turned into a bad person, and you can rehabilitate yourself to be a good person. I'm just yapping right now. But I'm just saying, at the core, I feel like the certain shit that you do, you abusing mofos and using your power to take advantage of people, you is a bad person. And that's just that, personally. So, anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me, and subscribe, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all on the next one.